Broadcasting from our studios in the UK. Heard around the world.
Automatic musical instruments.
On app, on Alexa speakers, and online. Tuesday Night Live.
With James Dundon.
Evening then, welcome to it, another Tuesday Night Live. Now, I don't know if you're planning on going to the Fair Organ Preservation Society AGM, which is in Cornwall this year, at Ian Rogers' collection. More about that collection itself in a future edition. But while you're down in the area, you may as well pop into the Dingles Fairground Heritage Museum. It's a living museum full of incredible rides, historic pieces, everything from a 1920s set of gallopers to maybe the more modern, in inverted commas, 1940s dodgems. So you see the changing face of a rally field, and they have no less than 3 mechanical organs in the collection, one of which is playing Noble's Gavioli. Also, of course, they just acquired the grand organ on loan from the DeVay family. That's currently undergoing a little bit of work. But we have got some information to bring you about that and generally about Dingles tonight, just to wet your whistle about the collections. So we'll bring that to you on the programme this evening. We'll also do the usual fun and nonsense like the 1 second song and the Connect 4. And to start the show, we thought we'd play something from the A&R, Entry of the Gladiators.
Fun and games with James. Tuesday Night Live.
Mechanical Music Radio.
First time we've played it on this radio station. Eye of the Tiger from my Dutch Street organ Het Blauwtje. Last Monday I sat in the garage with the microphones all wired up, and I'm hoping to have achieved the recording of a new CD that will be for sale in time for the coming season. Watch this space for more details, but that's one of the tracks that I recorded last week. Eye of the Tiger, Sjoerd Casper's arrangement. Tuesday Night Live. Get involved tonight. It's a fully interactive and live show. Our Tuesday talking point is your favourite register on an organ. So think about all those different sounds that you'd hear. What's your favourite register sound? What have we got coming in? Peter says, I like the more unusual registers like an oboe or a lotus flute, but my favourite has to be the harmonic flute, a lovely pure sound when played straight with no tremulant. Rob Harris says, trombones, a great farting sound, as one dear organ friend once called them. Yes, indeed. And Peter Van Aken says, an old-fashioned Carl Fry biphone counter medley. Yes, I agree with that. Absolutely beautiful counter melody. If you've got something to say on that, you better go on our Facebook page and you'll see the Tuesday talking point. Your favourite register sound on an organ. We'd love to hear from you.
4 songs, but what's the connection? Mechanical Music Radio's Connect 4.
Here comes then. 4 songs, all connected together for one particular reason. All you got to do is tell me what connects them. It's that simple. It's tonight's Connect 4. Just think about the words of the titles here. Maybe they're telling some sort of story. Maybe there's certain words you want to pick out and link together. All right? It's something topical, as usual, so see how you get on. Get in touch when you think you know the answer. The first track is Bring Me Sunshine on Reader's Merengue.
Mechanical Music Radio's Connect 4.
Waltz of the Flowers and Bring Me Sunshine. So what could be the Connect 4? So get in touch on our website, mechanicalmusicradio.com. The text is also open. We'd love to hear from you. 07871 221 511. Track 3 is the Changing of the Guards.
Mechanical Music Radio's Connect 4.
Track 4, maybe making it a little bit easier. It Might As Well Be Spring. And before that, we played Bring Me Sunshine, Waltz of the Flowers, and The Changing of the Guards. If you think you know what the Connect 4 is, get in touch now. We'd love to hear from you. 07871 221 511 to text. You can also send us a message on the website. Remember, just pick out keywords from each title, or maybe more a general theme that we're telling with the titles of the pieces. Have a think about it. What connects the 4? I'll give you the answer in 2 tracks from now.
Text the studio now. 07871 221 511. Or email through our website, mechanicalmusicradio.com. Tuesday Night Live.
Mechanical Music Radio.
Attention owners of Bursons and Arburo organs. Roger Wiegand is pleased to announce new rolls for the 88-note scale being produced. There's recuts of original rolls and new music from skilled arrangers such as Tom Meyer, all supplied on high-quality, lightly waxed paper with adjustable plastic spool ends in a custom-made box. The first initial 12 rolls are now available with more added soon. Go to ourbureaumusic.com for more details. That's ourbureaumusic.com.
Four songs, but what's the connection? Mechanical Music Radio's Connect 4.
Well, unsurprisingly, loads of correct answers on tonight's Connect 4. I think you've done me proud here. Fastest finger first. I think Peter Mackett just clinches it tonight. A close second to Duncan Mallows. Hi to Michael Clark in Leeds and Michael Pumphrey. Also Rich Levangi. Ben Jackson. Ingmar from grindorgans.com. Catherine in Callington. Bill Warder. Hello, Bill and Claire in the US. And Guido, who also gets the correct answer. Also need to say hi to Trevor in his shed. Lauren, listening on the Mechanical Music Radio app. And I think, everyone got it right. Shall I reveal it? The four we played you were Bring Me Sunshine, Waltz of the Flowers, Changing of the Guards, and It Might As Well Be Spring. And yes, it was spring that we were looking for as the answer tonight. And I'll tell you why, because tomorrow, 1st of March, is the first meteorological day of spring. The astronomical spring began on the 20th. Oh, no, it's still going to begin on the 20th of March. Oh, so it isn't officially spring. Well, depending on how you look at it. I mean, frankly, I'm up for it, and all the daffodils are out here where I'm living, even though it is still 3 degrees outside. Well done. We played you Bring Me Sunshine, Waltz of the Flowers, we have the Spring Flowers, and we had Changing of the Guards, Changing of the Season, and It Might As Well Be Spring. That was tonight's Connect 4. It was a spring, and this will put a spring in your step, a lively piece on the museum's Bill Clock's 92 key de cap. It's called the Flying Notes Waltz. Flying Notes Waltz on the museum spill clock's 92 key decap. This is James Dundon through till 10. We've then got an hour of your requests. You might want to get your choices in the queue right now. From 11, the happy hour. From midnight, Glenn Thomas with his primetime mechanical music show. Direct from the US. Glenn's a great listen. And then across the day tomorrow, don't forget, Graham Kidd's on from 10. Ian Wolstenholme with theatre organs and more from 1. David Ward through your afternoon from 4. That's how we're looking here at Mechanical Music Radio, where now we will play something from the grand organ, and this is one of the most recent additions to the Fairground Heritage Trust Museum. You'll hear all about the collection with a behind-the-scenes tour after a track from the grand organ. Dardanella Of course, it's the Anderton and Rowland grand organ, a highly historic and significant instrument, and we'll tell you all about it a little bit later on when we focus on the organs at the Dingles Fairground Museum. Right now, though, trustee Guy Belshaw shows us around the collection as they reopen their doors for the year 2023. And I don't know if you managed to make it to Dingles last year when the new building opened up, because the space they've now got on one level, it's doubled, and blimey, have they filled it. Have a listen to this. We went for a look.
Okay, are you ready? Hold on tight, lean towards the middle. We're going to take it a little faster now. Hold on tight, lean towards the middle.
So I'm Guy Belshaw, and I'm a trustee of the Fairground Heritage Trust, which runs the Fairground Museum here in Lifton in Devon.
Now, what is the Fairground Heritage Trust? What can people see?
So the Heritage Trust was formed in 1986, principally to stop a lot of fairground artefacts and artwork being exported into the antiques trade, principally to North America. So we put a stop to that, and we started to collect artefacts which we thought were unique at the time. And all these years later, we've got a pretty impressive collection.
And we are so lucky to have this on our doorstep. The fact that the Fairground Heritage Trust is in this part of the world is quite something, isn't it?
Well, yes, it's a sort of world-class collection, really. It's certainly the largest collection of fairground art in the country. And the beauty, of course, is it's a working museum, so you can have a ride on the old-time vintage rides at the same time.
So what sort of rides can people experience when they come here?
Oh, you wouldn't believe it until you see it, really. You've got to think with the moon rocket from 1930s, the thriller of the 30s. We've got a Dodgem truck with 30 cars, a thing called the supersonic skid, the lovely old ghost train from the 1940s, all authentic, and lots of beautiful artwork.
So the fact that these fairground rides, they really span a period from sort of 1920s of the Gallopers to the 1940s of the Dodgems, and it just shows how quickly fashions and tastes changed on the fairground back in the day.
Yeah, it is. I mean, our oldest ride isn't working at the moment, the rodeo switchback from the 1880s. We've got a long-term aim to get that going. That's our aspiration, to get a grant. But the Gallopers from 1920 are superb, made in this. All the rides made in this country, actually. The Dodgems from the 1930s, the Ark from the 1930s as well, and slightly modern rides here for the children's and 1970s rides. But it's all spans the whole of the 20th century, really.
Now, this new building that we're standing in now, if people have come to Dingles in the last sort of 5 years or so, you would have seen the fairground set up in the old building next door. We've now got this extension to the main building and a new car park, and this new building, it showcases some of the collection of fairground art. A lot of this has been tucked away for many years.
Yes, we've got 50,000 square feet of display space, all on one level, very disability friendly. And of course, lots of the old caravans and trucks were in damp conditions. Now they're in splendid, custom-made shed. And we can display a lot more artwork than we had before. So it's much more of a day out, really.
And it's whether it be some of these caravans or some of the rides, this is the important thing. These are all being preserved in, lovely conditions, which is so important because, of course, otherwise these rides, they would have been travelling the fairgrounds and torn down and built up again and moving locations and banged and scraped, and now they're in retirement, aren't they? Really?
Yeah, so we're trying to try to tell the tale of the travelling showman, really. It's a very industrious, hard-working community, not over fond of sentiment, and they don't, if the thing had earned its keep, it would be scrapped and they go on to the next thing. But we've preserved all that. Showmen are a very important part of our audience. They come and visit us frequently. We work with them. We work with the Showmen and the Showmen's Guild, and they're very proud of their heritage, and we're doing our best to show it off and illustrate to the public, how that industry works, the fairground industry works in this country.
Guy Belshaw talking us through the Dingles Fairground Heritage Living Museum on the Cornwall-Devon border. Maybe a place that you can call into if you're coming down this way for the FOPS AGM in the beginning of April. But if you stay tuned, you'll hear more about the organs as part of the collection, including, of course, the most recent acquisition, Anderton and Rowland's grand organ. The A&R Merengue will tell you all about that and the other instruments in the collection in the next bit of the show.
Mechanical Music Radio's 1 Second Song.
Come on then, let's have a bit of fun with tonight's 1 second song. Come and have a go if you think you're hard enough. This is what tonight's 1 second song sounds like. Sounds vaguely familiar. Any ideas? If you think you know, you need to get in touch right now on the website mechanicalmusicradio.com. Alright, tell me what that 1 second song is. Name the piece of music, and yes, you might have spotted it's on the grand organ, so another track from that to come. In fact, a couple of tracks from it before the end of the show, because we go behind the scenes once again at the Dingles Fairground Heritage Trust. We'll do that very soon.
Text the studio now 07871 221 511 or email through our website mechanicalmusicradio.com.
Luna Park March played on the ex-Radcliffe Gavioli at Mechanical Music Radio. We started Tuesday Night Live tonight with news that there will be a new CD of my Dutch street organ Het Blauwtje for the coming season. Looking forward to releasing that. We did the recordings last week and I think they came out quite well. We're going to play you now a recording of the most recent tune heard on Mechanical Music, a smash hit, and I believe it is still in the pop charts at the minute. It's a big tune from Meghan Trainor. It's called Made You Look, and I hope you enjoy it. Meghan Trainor's Smash It, Made You Look, played on my Dutch Street Organ Het Blauwtje. New CD of the instrument coming up this coming season. In fact, I hope it will be ready for the AGMs around May. Keep your eyes peeled on my Facebook page, James Dundon Mechanical Music, for details. All profits going to help keep Mechanical Music Radio going. Let's continue the music in just a moment. Something from the Noble family's gavioli, which is the playing instrument you will hear on your visit to the Dingles Fairground Heritage Collection, which we're featuring on the programme tonight. So a track from Nobles, and then a bit more detail about the museum's organs within the collection from Guy Belshaw. That's coming up next on Tuesday Night Live at Mechanical Music Radio.
Rollcutter.com is the place to go for organ plans and parts. Peter and Rosemary Hood are proud to announce that they've purchased the J Omega business from Dr. John Whale. J Omega has become the go-to site for MIDI boards, also known as Whale boards, for so many of us in the organ world. In order to keep continuity, they're keeping the J Omega website and extending the sales field to include shipping to the USA and Canada. Visit them at rollcutter.com.
The Noble family 65-key Gavioli, an instrument on loan to the Dingles Fairground Heritage Museum. That particular recording done about 7 years ago on a visit to the collection. I must admit, I was going to record it when I visited a couple of weeks ago, but it needed a good tune-up and some maintenance, and organ builder Stuart Dobbs is there this week, I believe, doing just that, because it's the Noble Gavioli that gets a good play every day for people to hear. So it'll be nice to hear it sounding like that again, a seaside medley played on Noble's Gavioli, one of the instruments in the museum. Here's trustee Guy Belshaw telling us about the organs that you can see in the Dingles collection, and he starts talking about Nobles.
The Noble organ is a Gavioli organ, and that's been very well looked after over the years by the Noble family. Very pleased to have it here. Very louder than people think, all run, with paper music books, and we demonstrate to the public, the visitors, how they work. Very, very fascinating for people of all ages, but that's one we're very proud of, and that's being maintained, and we've got some regular maintenance on that coming this year.
Now, the Edwards Verbeck, we've always seen that here at Dingles. It's a very special instrument. That would have been in the switchback, wouldn't it, for a little while?
Yes, the story of that is Edwards, the travelling showpie from Wiltshire, had an accident with their gallopers. It ran away down a hill and the organ was destroyed. So they bought that one from an agent in London to replace it. So it wasn't an exact replica or match for the one that was lost. But it's a very interesting instrument and quite complex, and we hope to have that running at some time. We've started renovation of that, but it's quite a tricky job.
Yeah, no, it's because it's been many, many years since people have heard it play. In fact, there's probably not many people around now that will have heard it back in the day.
No, I'm sure, and we had it, as you say, in the centre of the radio switchback for a few years, purely as cosmetic and just to bulk the machine out, and we only had recorded music in there, so I've never heard it, no.
Yeah, interesting. But it's looking lovely. They've obviously done a sort of a proper clean of it, and it's looking in very good condition.
Yeah, we've given a thorough conservation grade clean. It's looking very good, but we'd love to get it going.
And finally, new acquisition here, which is on loan from the DeVay family, the grand organ.
So James, you'll be very familiar with this. It's a well-known instrument all over Cornwall in particular. It was acquired on loan by the Gladiator Club of Red Roof in the late 50s, given by George DeVay to be looked after by them. Peter Phillips, a friend of ours, has been looked after it for the last 20 or so years, and it appeared in the Paddington film quite recently, actually. So do come and have a look at this. It's a gorgeous looking thing, and the unusual thing is that the organ was ordered to go in the middle of a ride, a gondola switchback ride, and it was put in a truck by Orton and Spooner, Burton-on-Trent. So it's the only surviving truck to house an organ like this. And it was very expensive. It cost £2,000. George DeVay paid £2,000 for this in 1906, a huge amount of money then. And the family have lovingly looked after it from 1906 until now. And we're starting to look at having it assessed. And there's a few jobs which need doing, but we'll soon have it going, I have no doubt. And when we do, we'll announce it, and we'll have a bit of a gala day here. The DeVay family will be here, and we'll be, it's a wonderful instrument. We're looking forward to it playing again.
It's great that the family want to keep it in their care, and also that it's here for people to be able to see it, and it's not being pulled around rally fields like it. I mean, it has been a real working organ all of its life, hasn't it? Yeah,
I mean, it's one of the best known organs in the country. It's been all over the south of England to rallies, but it's a bit too precarious to travel it on the roads these days. It's a unique thing. And I really think this is the best place for it in ideal climatic conditions. It will be well looked after. The family will visit frequently, and it will enhance the visitor experience, I have no doubt.
Details about the organs you can see in the Dingles Museum. The Fairground Heritage Trust is the Facebook page to have a look at. As I say, it's on the Cornwall-Devon border, just off, literally a mile off the A30. So if you're going down to the Rogers collection for the Fair Organ Preservation Society AGM, well, you'll be driving straight past the front door, so why not call in and see it for your own eyes? And, as we were just talking about the grand organ, we better finish the show with a track from it.
Mechanical Music Radio's 1 Second Song.
Right, tonight's 1 second song. Have a listen. Here it is. Any ideas? We need to say fastest finger first, I think. Just Ben Kellett slipping in there. Just literally, he must have been blooming fast. Michael Pumphrey gets it. Also, hi to Michael Clark from Leeds. Ben Jackson, spot on with this one. Hi to Andy Haskins. Also, we need to say hello to Bill and Claire in the US. Lovely to have you on. Peter Mackett thought Sons of the Brave, not on this occasion. I can kind of see where you were coming from. David Aldridge also getting the correct answer. Trevin is shared and a few others. If I played you a little bit more, it would probably all become clear. Yes. Quite appropriately, we thought we'd finish the show tonight with Show Me the Way to Go Home. And it's playing on the grand organ. It's the grand organ, Show Me the Way to Go Home. And that was Tuesday Night Live. Hope you enjoyed it. You can listen again anytime to any of our programmes on the website, mechanicalmusicradio.com, where you can also subscribe to us wherever you get your Apple podcasts. Next after 10, requests lined up ready to go, including the Knightsbridge March and the Donkey Serenade. Stay there, that's coming up, and we'll speak to you soon.